Hello everybody, my name is Cree and I'm the modern day equivalent of a medieval jester. Welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome back. Today I want to finally take the time to discuss and state my opinion on the new hard mode of Zenless Zone Zero Deadly Assault. I don't know why I said the full legal name there, but I did, and you'll just have to accept it. I've given the game mode enough time to ferment, and by ferment and give enough time, I mean I've waited till the second rotation just to make sure it wasn't just the first boss was a fluke. So now that I've given enough time, let's discuss it. Alrighty, I can safely say I don't like it. I do not like it. I feel like it's too shill heavy. I feel like it is just like a game mode for flexing, that you hold the correct unit, not even like units, the correct unit, and it just feels like a giant developmental waste of time. It feels like we could have had much better things implemented in its place. I don't feel like this is a good hard mode of Deadly Assault. Like, everything that's good about Deadly Assault that I love, the build variety, getting to try different teams and everything like that, completely gets thrown out the window when it comes to hard mode, and it is have the correct shill or die. Literally how it feels. I have 3 start at once, and that was on the CES with the C-Grid team. Other than that, I literally have not even gotten close. I have Remiel and Valina, and on the first one, I was only able to get, I think, like 16 or 17k. And then on the second one, I tried my M2 Seed, M2 Cecilia, M1 Trigger team, and got 16k. I know it's not the correct shill, but like, do you see the issue here? Like, that's an attacker shill. Of course, it's more suited towards Sigrid and Pyrois. And I'm sure, honestly, if you're cracked through the game, you could probably clear with Pyrois. If you have like a little bit of vertical investment on your supports. But my issue just comes from the fact that, like, if you're gonna sit here and you're gonna go, well, it doesn't get polychrome, and it's just there for the challenge. It's like, it just feels like it's there for you to be able to clear it once with whatever shills out, get like a serotonin boost from pulling that unit, and then just go away. There's no meaningful rewards, which can be seen as a positive, don't get me wrong. The fact that it does not include polychromes is a massive boon. It's not required, it's not necessary. But the fact is that, like, if you're a player that does endgame, you want to do all the endgame. So if you like generalize the game mode to, well, you don't have to do it. Well, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as you say. It's like, at that point, what is the point of the game mode? Every time I open Deadly Assault now, it goes to hard mode. So obviously they're trying to push me in the direction of grinding the hard mode stage. But the thing is it just feels like there's no room for skill expression in that game mode, which is really unfortunate, because I can't lie, Deadly Assault is like one of my favorite things to do in Zenless. It is genuinely, I can do it for hours at a time. I'm not even that good. I've never gotten like triple 65Ks or anything like that, but I enjoy just trying different teams. I mean, that's part of the reason why my channel even exists. And hard mode just feels like a complete departure from what Deadly Assault was. And it's just really unfortunate how, like, mega shill heavy it is. I've seen some opinions from other creators talking about it, and I'm inclined to agree with a lot of it. I have seen a pretty common opinion I've seen is like, well, it doesn't have polychrome, and it's not as bad as you think, and here's some like low-cost clears from insert East Asian player here, and it's like, I get it, like, there are very skilled players that can do it without Mindscapes, but like, we can't cherry pick we can't cherry pick like 2 or 3 examples and say this is a good idea. At the end of the day, this is just old man yelling at cloud. And it's not that big of a deal. It really is not. It's not the end of the world. It's not something that I'm like in bed crying about, inconsolable. I get it. There has to be something to make whale players happy. They are like the reason the game is afloat, rather than like little dolphin spender buying a monthly pass every month. I get it. I really do. It's something. Not every piece of content has to be for everybody. I get that statement. But at the same time, it just feels like a giant, like I said, it just feels like a giant waste of time, a giant waste of energy on the devs' part. Because it's like, well, what is the point of even touching this for 90, I'm being generous here. I was going to say 99, but I'll be generous. What is the point of this game mode if like 75% of their player base literally cannot clear it, cannot 3-star it? And I get it's supposed to be hard and everything, and I'd be completely fine with it if there was build diversity, if you could do it with other teams. But I feel like in my server and on Twitter, on TikTok, on insert platform here, it is Remiel team, high investment, Angels of Delusion. Sigrid will definitely be taking a slot on the new one. Sigrid clears will be pretty common. And if it's not one of those, I rarely see it. Like, Remiel has to be a part of it. And not just Remiel and Valina. It's usually Remiel and Valina, because I've noticed that Remiel's clear rate drops significantly when Valina's not there, which is something that needs to be discussed. And if it's not one of those, have fun. If it's not one of those, have fun. And let's even take it a step further. When I see those clears, it's usually M2 Remiel. It's usually M2 Remiel. M2 Remiel is like one of the most pulled mindscapes I've seen as of late. And like as of late, I mean like in the past like 5 or 6 patches. I have met more people with M2 Remiel than I can count. Hell, my wife has M3 Remiel. So a lot of people pulled that. A lot of people pulled that, and the devs know. And that's a whole nother can of worms for later. I think that Remiel is going to do some terrifying things to Anomaly in general. Have fun clearing without her or Nongung Yu. It's not gonna be fun. So back to hard mode. It's inoffensive. At the end of the day, not all content is for everyone. I completely get that. You don't have to clear everything. It doesn't give polychrome. The rewards are mediocre. But it always, that argument in my head always wraps back to, then what is the point? If it doesn't give any good rewards, and it's super hyper specific shill required with heavy mindscape investment, if you're casual and slightly above, if you're super good at the game, I'm sure you can clear it with some random thing. I'm not gonna like, I'm not closing the door on that being a thing for sure. That definitely can be a thing. But it's like, if that's not what you're trying to do with this, and you're trying to just make it a challenging mode for you to bring your teams in and try it out, then what are we doing? Like, what is the point? I hope as time goes on, they fiddle with this game mode more, and it becomes less certain character dependent and more skill dependent. That would be amazing. I would love it. I would love if it was just slightly more forgiving on team. It doesn't have to be forgiving on challenge. I'm completely fine with there being a challenge. Make it like a Souls-like, where like I get hit twice and I'm dead. Make it like that could bring value to characters like Caesar. I think instead of one of the biggest things I hate with difficulty games, like difficulty modes in games, I'll use something like Halo or Destiny, for example. The thing I hate with difficulty games, like difficulty increases in games, is when the enemy is just more spongy, which I think Zenless did a good job. I think they did a good job of introducing a new mechanic on the first boss. I've not fought the new Romuald enough to know. I think there's a new stage, a new move in his kit. I'm not too certain. He was kind of just stun-locked perpetually on my Seeds of Sia team, so I wouldn't really know. But I do like that, but one of my biggest issues is when they just make a boss a damage sponge and say that's a difficulty check, because it's not. It's not a difficulty check. Make me fear for my life. Make the boss hitting me one time take away 90% of my HP. Make the boss not have red flashes or gold flashes. Give it some of the buffs that are from the old Hollow Zero. Something. Making a boss more HP is not a difficulty check, it is a mindscape check. And it just feels like a giant, massive waste of the player's time. This is something that I was really looking forward to. I was really looking forward to a difficulty mode for Deadly Assault, and them expanding upon Deadly Assault is one of my favorite sectors of the game, along with the story, and I just love the game. I literally was about to list every reason I love the game, but it would take a while. So this is not coming from a mentality of hating the game or complaining and saying it's terrible and all this. This is coming from a genuine love of the game. I love the game, I love Deadly Assault, I love clearing, I love trying different teams, and I just feel like Deadly Assault Hard Mode missed the mark. I don't feel like it's what Deadly Assault Hard Mode should have been. I would love to know what your guys' opinions are. If you don't agree with me, I completely understand, and I get it. Opinions are very subjective. All of this is subjective. I would love to hear what your guys' opinions are. I would love to talk back and forth. I might not reply to every comment, but damn well I read almost every one of them. Community is one of my favorite parts of being a content creator, so I'd really love to get your guys' feedback, your guys' opinions. How are you guys feeling about it? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.